A second aged care facility is in lockdown in Victoria after a staff member tested positive to coronavirus. Melissa Christides joins us live from Melbourne. Melissa, what do we know about this latest infection?
Yes, Danica, so there are reports that it is confirmed that a second aged care facility in Melbourne has gone into lockdown after a worker has tested positive. A letter was sent to residents at the facility. It reads, the staff member last worked at BlueCross Western Gardens on Friday the 28th of May when all staff and residents underwent asymptomatic testing for COVID-19. They can confirm that all tests resulted in a negative result, including the staff member who was subsequently returned a positive result. Now, this is the second outbreak at an aged care facility. I'm here at Arcare Aged Care here in Melbourne's northwest in Maribyrnong, where a woman in her 50s, a worker here, tested positive for the virus over the weekend. Now, she worked at this facility on Wednesday and Thursday whilst infectious, went for that test on the Friday, generating a positive result on the Saturday. Bill Shorten, the federal member from Maribyrnong, told reporters this morning as well that he's concerned that a resident is also infected. Here's what he had to say.
It might appear that one of the patients or one of the residents has in fact tested positive. This is a serious development. What worries me though most importantly is that I understand that both the worker and the resident who've tested positive had one dose of the vaccine. This is why everyone needs to have 2 vaccines, and when the Morrison government talks about doses and single vaccinations, that is dangerous. That is not enough.
Now, we know that 50% of the residents here are vaccinated. They've received that initial dose, and 25% of workers are also vaccinating. They're awaiting that second dose, and the Pfizer vaccine will be offered to residents at this aged care facility today. They are all currently isolating in their rooms, and all staff are currently wearing full PPE to make sure that they get top on this. But as we know, aged care is an extremely vulnerable setting.
Any exposure of residents of aged care to COVID is of extreme concern, as the Victorian coordinator has said. So yes, obviously deeply concerned. On the other hand, I feel more positive and more hopeful that the lessons that were learnt last year won't be repeated this time, that there'll be much faster action, coordinated action between the Commonwealth and the state.
So there are currently 5 new cases that emerged overnight and around 300 new exposure sites right across Victoria, and we're currently waiting for the government to provide an update on the latest developments.